Just about ready. They're set and they're off and racing. It was a good enough start for them over here. Memorial Day jumped well and is up there with Coromandel and Karapi in the early stages. Summerland is outside of them with Turn the Page, and Summer Lightning along the inside of them, followed by Masters Queen and Skyfall with Parker Getrix about 5 or 6 lengths off the lead. Explosive Bond is further back with Leo Alado. Then 5th of July in the back marker is Silly Fella, racing 10, 11, maybe even a dozen off them now as they go away towards the 1200 metre mark, and it's Karapi and Coromandel that lead it up front, and they go together, short heads in it, with Summerland on the outside in third. Memorial Day as a seat in fourth. Behind that is Turn the Page and Summer Lightning, followed by Masters Queen, is 6 lengths off the leader, turning into the home straight. Behind that, Parker Getrix, Explosive Bond, Skyfall 10 lengths to make up with 5th of July, Silly Fella, and Leo Alado with the top weight has to come from last placing. Down the home straight they come, 800 metres to go. As Coromandel, the leader, a length clear of in second. Summerland, Karapi, the purple cap across the insides third. Then Turn the Page. Memorial Day sits behind those with Masters Queen. Further back to Parker Getrix, who's got a lot closer. Then came Explosive Bond. 5th of July is making up good ground along the inside, and Skyfall races further back. Entering the last 400 metres, Coromandel leads from Summerland. Parker Getrix along the inside makes good progress. Turn the Page, Karapi. 5th of July has hard up against the inside. Then came Memorial Day. Entering the final 250, it's Parker Getrix. 5th of July right up along the inside. Turn the Page. Karapi's also staying on in the finish, and on the outside is Explosive Bond. But it's Parker Getrix who goes strongly here inside the closing stages. Parker Getrix goes on to score. Second placing's going to be close. Turn the Page, then Explosive Bond, Karapi and Skyfall. Just didn't see out that last 50 metres. To storm home as it was doing earlier on in the straight. Parker Getrix, 4-time winner from 37 starts, came to the front a few hundred metres from home and goes on powerfully to win it. Close for second, Turn the Page, Explosive Bond, and then close again for fourth between Skyfall and Karapi.
All right, welcome back to the Winners' Enclosure, and for the second time this afternoon, good to see Raymond Danielson. I have it on good authority that we'll see him for the third time as well, I'm hoping, Countess Danza. No pressure, well done to Chris Jonker. Of course, this one was bred by the Klavervlees Stud Farm and now becomes a 4-time winner. Ray, good ride from you. I was watching you closely. Obviously had one eye on Calvin Habib on the inside, the horse that has one eye, 5th of July. But you always seem to be going 2 to their 1.
Yeah, look, I did want to sit a little closer. I was drawn 2, but he jumped a little slow and sideways. So I lost a few positions, but then the pace was fair around the bend. And then I had a horse that was dying on me, say about 1,000 metres. So I just had to pull off the rail just to get out of his way. And then say about 800 to go, I creeped a little closer with him. And top of the straight, 600 to go, I saw there was a gap on the inside. I just wanted to nurse him forward into the gap, and he actually took the bridle quickly. And he took it a little sooner than what I wanted to, but he was cruising, and as soon as he hit the front, there was a little meerkat that ran in front of him as well, so he saw that and stopped. And then when I gave him a smack, he didn't actually like the whip. I learned that about him today. I gave him a little one tap, and then his whole attitude changed, so I had to put it down and just bounce him in the saddle and keep his mind on the job just to keep going, and he won a good race.
Well, look, Ray, you've never been a rider that's stick-happy. We know that Pierre also doesn't really like it. But, I mean, it's just more as a persuader, isn't it? I know that it's a big debated topic, but it's more of a persuader. Yeah,
that's why it's actually called a persuader. Doesn't really hurt the horse, doesn't even hurt my missus. So, you know what I mean? So, who can it hurt? So, it's just more for noise and for encouragement. So, we ride, especially Pierre Strading rides with feel. So, the jocks that ride with feel don't really need much of the whip. They can feel when the horses are giving it to you. And this horse was giving it to me until the last bit of the race. He looked around a little bit, and that's why I gave him a few bounces just to keep his mind on the job. And yeah, I'm just glad he won again. He's done very well for Mr. Jonker. It's obviously not an easy horse to train. He's got his problems, and he's got funny conformation. I wouldn't say he's got problems, but some jockeys are a bit wary to ride him because he doesn't feel good going down, and that's just who he is. He did look well today, so all credit to Mr. Jonker and well done to the whole team.
Kinky, Ray? Notice that
not
stick
really.
comes out. Don't say anything because you're going to get a fine. So leave it there. Well done to you, Raymond. I'm hoping to see you for the third time today. That was a good ride.
Thank you so much. Big thank you again to my sponsors, Winning Form, and Mr. Jonker. Thank you so much for the support.
Well done, Ray. Good stuff. That's Raymond Danielson. Lovely to see that stick's not only used for racing. Well done, Mr. Jonker. Good to see you. I know that the yard's ticking along beautifully. I was just saying in the preliminaries, your horse looked unbelievable. I mean, that coat was looking good.
Yeah, no, thanks. He's doing well, this horse, and he's really run his heart out. And yeah, he's a difficult horse. If you doesn't know him, then if you don't know him, he's a difficult horse because he's got funny action when he's trotting, and that's what normally what makes the jockeys a bit scared of him. But when he starts out, when he starts trying, he runs well. But Raymond, you know, my horses run for Raymond, and as you said to him, he's got soft hands. He really got soft hands, and that my horses enjoy that because you don't use the whip very often in training, so I'm happy for that. But thanks to Raymond, I said to him, you know what, Raymond, try to place the horse, but you know what, whatever happens in the race, you can use your own discretion on that. And he's got very good discretion and judge on the pace in the race as well. So I'm happy with him. So thanks to Raymond, thanks to him, and thanks to my sponsors, and my wife supports me at home, her horse as well. So thanks for that.
Well, look, talking about Raymond, Mr. Jonker, I mean, he's a multiple Grade 1 winning jockey. He's got a mind of his own, there's no doubt, but I've always said it. He's very talented. It's good to see that he's now glowing at the moment. You giving him opportunities. He's got opportunities around the country, and I think anytime you get his services, you're very happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I've got a very good, nice relationship with him, and I like to use him on my horses because he's really got soft hands, and he's always doing his best. He's not up and down with my horses, so he always tries his best, and if the horse is not performing, there's a reason for that.
He doesn't use the stick on you?
Luckily not. I think he's too small.
All right.
I will watch out.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many people that want to take you on, Mr. Jonker. Countess Danza, what are you expecting?
No, I think she's well. She's well. I expect a good race from today, really. I think she's really well.
I mean, last time out 1200, just too short.
Yeah, 1200 is short, but I said she's in such a form, she can run a 1200.
Yes.
But it's too short for her, but she prefers a 14 and a 16, and with the draw she got, she will do all. For me, actually, I think she was my best horse for the day.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. You wouldn't think I'm mad if I rushed off to the toe to have a good bet.
No, you're not.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jonker.
Thanks a lot.
Good stuff. There we go. Lovely to catch up with Chris Jonker, and terrific ride from Raymond Danielson. I'm glad to see him on the double this afternoon. I'm hoping that we can chat to him for Countess Danza. He's a magnificent rider, multiple Grade 1 winning jockeys, Raymond Danielson, and he's given Parker Getrix a superb ride to become a 4-time winner.